If I could go back and talk to my younger self, I would give him a good slap. Not because he was lazy, but because he thought effort alone was enough. And that mistake cost me years, right? And I see the same thing happening with blokes every single time I'm in the gym, right? They think they're training hard and progressively, they think they're eating better, but they never look any different. Okay, and it's not because they're lazy, but because they're focusing on the wrong things. So in this video, I'm going to give you the main things that I wish I knew when I started lifting that would have saved me years of frustration and poor progress. And if you implement even a few of these, your progress will take off and you'll enjoy the process a hell of a lot more too. Imagine training for the next 12 months and seeing your physique actually change, dropping body fat, building muscle, instead of another year of same shit, same physique. I'm Connor and I coach men to get lean without becoming a full-time fitness wanker, getting a stiffy over dry chicken and broccoli. I've made the mistakes myself and seen them and more in my clients, and now I'm passing on all of the key lessons to you. And the great thing is, to make unreal progress, it's not complicated, right? Hard, but not complicated. And if this video saves you from making the same mistakes that I did, hit like and subscribe to see more content just like this. Here's what I know about most fellas watching this. You don't want to be a bodybuilder. You don't want to live in the gym. You don't want to give up every ounce of fun in your life. You want to look in the mirror and think, shit, I look good. I look like I lift. I fill out my t-shirts. I'm lean. And the annoying part is you've probably tried. You've probably put the effort in. But the fitness industry is full of people selling shiny bullshit. Do this perfect split. Buy this supplement stack. And meanwhile, the stuff that really drives results gets ignored. So let's sort that shit out now. Most lads, reality is you're probably not training hard enough, right? Most lads think they're training really hard, think they're training close to failure, when in reality, they're miles off, right? Just stopping because they hit the top of the rep range, right? When I was first starting, I put loads of effort in to the sets that I did, but I had no notion of what my numbers actually were on a week-to-week basis. I just based my intensity off of feel, how I felt on the day, picking up a random weight on a random exercise and working hard on it. There was no data involved. It burned, so it felt good. It felt like I was progressing, but I was never progressing. Most fellas just do train like absolute fannies. Right? That means their sets aren't actually very productive at all. The body needs to be forced to change. Otherwise, why would it? It's sitting on the beach in Marbella with a pina colada, sitting in the sunshine, chilling. Solution, give your training everything. Train really goddamn hard. Yes, reps and reserve training has value, right? But if you don't have a clue how to train to failure, you have no business training with reps and reserve. Your reps should slow down, it should hurt, you should struggle, you should fail. Going nowhere near failure means no growth. And track your numbers, please, so you know where you're aiming and give it everything to beat that on a week-to-week basis. The second mistake is thinking training longer meant better. Long workouts feel productive, right? Because you feel like you're doing a lot, but they're often quite unnecessary. I used to spend 2 hours in the gym every session, 5-6 days a week, doing as much as I could, but for what? My recovery was shit, I was constantly beat up, the quality of my latter sets was shit, right? Just doing more work doesn't equal more progress, doesn't equal more growth. Sometimes you will need to do more to progress, 100%, but there's a line. For most people, doing 10 to 20 sets per body part per week is sufficient for max gains. Start at the lower end and work your way up. I probably used to do 12, 15 in one session. I'd incline press, flat press, incline fly, flat fly, and sometimes I would do barbell and dumbbell, right? And I would always do 3 sets, no matter what. Another thing, the third one, is not following a set program. Random training gives you random results, right? I fucked this up big time. I had no program. I would do something different every session. I would be coming home from college, right, on the bus, and I'd be writing what I was going to do in the gym that day. I'd be like, no, I did that last week, so I can't do that this week. And sometimes I'd go 7-8 times, 5 the next, 6 the next. It was all over the place. I call it the random turbo prep program. Do not do that, right? You can't build skill, you have no continuity, you can't progress your lifts, so you can't get stronger and you can't build muscle. You need to have a program tailored to your goals so that you can go in and execute every single week, that you track and know exactly what you need to be every single week. That's how you're going to really develop your physique, not by doing a bunch of random shit. Otherwise, you are exercising, not training, which is great if you just want to stay healthy. But if you want to develop your physique, build muscle, then you need to have a clear plan and clear intent. Once I fix this very quickly, I mean a matter of months, my deadlifts added 40 kilos. My dumbbell press went from 27s to 40s. Effort without direction, guys, is just exercise. Direction turns it into training. And if you need help setting up a proper program that actually fits your life and enables you to build muscle and lose fat at the same time, I'm right here. Comment program and I'll be in touch. The fourth is understanding sleep is not optional if you want to lose fat and build muscle. This one's dead boring and why most lads ignore it. I used to be up late, up early, constantly on screens, always with crap recovery, and I just thought I was training really hard. But no, my sleep was fucked. Shit sleep, more hunger, more cravings, worse decisions, worse training, less muscle build. Not ideal. You can have the best program in the world, but if you're sleeping like shit, it will fall apart. Studies have shown that as you diet, if you are underslept, you lose a significant amount of muscle as well as fat. So you'd lose weight, work hard, but look the same and just be smaller. Not ideal. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of good, consistent, quality sleep. I was probably averaging 6 at the time, and I'm dreaming about all the gains I could have made if I'd fixed that earlier. Number 5 is supplements are not that important, right? They can help, but they're not the foundation. I used to spend all my money on BCAAs, huge waste, mass gainer, pre-workout, protein powders, natural test boosters, all kinds of shit. If your training, sleep, and nutrition are not dialed in, even good supplements are irrelevant. They're the final few percent, not the solution. Okay, and there's very few that I take now. I use whey because it's easy, it tastes good, fish oils, magnesium biglycinate, vitamin D, creatine. And that's it. If you want the links to the ones that I use, I'll link it in the description. Number 6 is stop having pre-workout at 6 p.m. On the bus back from college, I'd be nailing 2 scoops of pre-workout, which was like 400 to 600 milligrams of caffeine at like 5, 6 p.m. And then I'd be lay awake wondering, why can I not sleep? I was so baffled because I was so tired. It was just a huge amount of stims, you dickhead. If you train late and you want to use a pre-workout, use a stim-free pre. And number 7 is consistency beats perfection. You don't need the perfect plan. You need something that you can actually stick to, that you enjoy. I got really obsessed when I started, thinking I needed to act like a bodybuilder to build any muscle. I turned down invitations because I didn't know how to manage my food around it. Fucking dumb. Right? That was down to poor education. My thought process at the time was chicken and rice because that's all I'd really been taught. That was never a long-term plan. It made me feel like I was missing out on a lot. So I educated myself around food, and that then enabled me to change my routines, be able to manage social occasions and things like this so that I could be pretty good most of the time, not occasionally perfect. And this goes for your training, your nutrition, everything. You don't need to be the guy who wanks himself off over periodization and dry chicken breast. You just need to be the guy who does the basic fundamentals really good most of the time. And then the physique takes care of itself.